If you get caught in an anxious avoidant cycle with your partner, it might feel really hard to break it. And it might sometimes feel even impossible. And like you both get so triggered, you don't even know what to do. So, today we're going to talk about how to interrupt the anxious avoidant cycle when you notice that you're in it. Hi, I'm Emma Coble. I'm a licensed professional counselor in Colorado. I work with feminist women and couples with trauma. And so basically, when you're in this cycle, both of you guys are getting triggered. And the truth is, both of your nervous systems are doing what they were designed to do. They are both trying to keep you safe. And I will say that even with that knowledge, it is so painful to be caught in this cycle and to feel almost powerless, like wanting so much to feel seen and to feel connected, but feeling so furious sometimes and so lonely and so far apart from this person that you thought was your rock. So if you're here, you're not alone, and it doesn't mean that you or your partner has some irreparable personality flaw. In fact, when any of us are triggered, we all go into these states of fight or flight and of trying to protect ourselves from further pain and from further wounding. So the fact that you and your partner do it, the fact that you might get defensive or angry or demanding or shut down or withdrawn, it's because you're human that you do those things. And there are productive ways we can handle it when we recognize we're here. So first, it is important to recognize that the problem isn't with the other person. The problem is the dynamic you guys are getting stuck in. And so the first step is to start to, in therapy or on your own, slow down and identify what this dynamic is and what happens and what it looks like. So, for example, maybe when with a husband and a wife, the husband goes and works in his office and shuts himself in, is working and he wants some space. The wife feels incredibly hurt. She gets anxious. She comes in and criticizes him about why he's always working. This leads, in turn to the husband, wanting to withdraw more. And then the wife goes and withdraws by herself in a fury. So in this example, we might slow this down and just notice, like, if for example, you were the wife in this scenario, maybe noticing like, hey, when you go into your office and you shut the door, the first feeling I get in my chest is this feeling of anxiety. And the story I'm telling myself is that you don't want to be around me and that I don't really matter to you. And the deeper emotion I'm feeling is really hurt and really lonely, because all I really want is to connect with you and feel close to you. And when I feel that, I start to try and protect myself, and I yell. And then when I yell and you go away, I feel even more like I don't matter. And then in response, I give up. I go into the other room and I withdraw. And this leaves us both feeling so disconnected from each other. So you can start to have some of those conversations in therapy about, or just with each other if you feel able to do it in a safe way, about what happens in the dynamic for each of you, and to share from this vulnerable place about what's happening for each of you. So when you can name it, and you can name that you're starting to get in it and start to see the cycle and interrupt it quickly, that is gold. So again, recognizing that the problem is with these Sue Johnson calls them demon dialogues that we get stuck in. The problem is with those. It's not with you or your partner. So both of you are trying to protect yourselves, and your nervous systems are activated. Oftentimes the anxious person might look like a fight or a fawn response, so like coming at the avoidant person, or trying to please them, or trying to get close in some way. And the avoidant person might do more freezing and shutting down, or maybe getting defensive to avoid hurt. And both of these responses, again, are our nervous systems trying to get their needs for connection met. Connection, as well as space and autonomy and all those things we need as human beings. But we are all wired for connection. We all need love. So the first step is to name this cycle together. Once you've identified what your cycle is, name it. So notice, hey, I think we're stuck in that loop again. I'm noticing we're here, and you'll know it by how you feel in your body. If you start to feel that in your heart, or that sinking feeling, or that like triggered feeling, chances are you might be caught in the cycle. And so interrupt it. As soon as you see it, interrupt it. Hey, I think we're here. And I don't want to do this, and I know how much we love each other, and I think we're both feeling scared or disconnected. How can we come back together? Can we stop this right now and pause this right now? Think of yourself as teammates who are facing the cycle together, rather than two separate people out for your own interests. I know this is hard in the beginning, but you are teammates working together against this dynamic. The next thing is like pause, breathe, take some space, work on, if you like, speaking from a soft emotion rather than an angry, critical emotion. So, I know that I'm probably sounded critical just now. The truth is I'm feeling really scared, and I'm feeling really lonely, and that's something I didn't want to feel. And so rather than feel it, I think I tried to criticize you. Or saying like, hey, I'm so sorry. I know I shut down in that moment. What happened for me was that I felt like I was failing, and like I was having that familiar feeling of not being good enough. And how I responded was to shut down. And because I was trying to protect myself, and I don't want to do that with you. I want to connect with you. These kinds of truths and vulnerability invite that from the other person, and they help your partner see underneath the reaction. So you might need to do some soothing of your own system in order to be able to say those things and take a break or pause. That's totally fine. Place your hand on your heart. Remind yourself you're safe. You matter. Your feelings matter. This is a safe person who you love. You guys are in this together. Name your emotion, the deeper emotion, and name what it is you're really needing. And so try and go underneath the surface of just like everything that's happening and the anger that's there, and really go deep into the emotional experience, where you feel it in your body, what the need is. Try grounding your body and get into that. And, then work on repairing. So maybe that involves some apologies of, I really care about you. I really want to work through this. And maybe congratulating yourselves that you did stop the cycle. Throughout all of this, I really want to help you remember, like, the idea is to get curious, not get critical of yourself or your partner for going here, because it is the scariest thing in the world to feel disconnected and to feel like our partner isn't there for us. So it's totally understandable, and you can heal through having these new experiences of interrupting the cycle and coming back together. If you do need help with this, feel free to reach out. I would love to help you. Have a great day.